Hey book reader friends, this is Chrissy with Tatted Hat Girl Reads, and I want to bring something slightly different to you today. Normally I would like to talk to you about the books that I'm currently reading, or the books that I have read, or the books that I anticipate reading. Today I want to talk about the Colorsoft by Kindle. Amazon's Kindle Colorsoft is making its rounds on opinions, and so I want to chime in on that from my experience standpoint. So let's dive right on in. We're going to go ahead and talk about a few a few of the Kindle options and the ones that I actually own, and specifically this video will be about the Colorsoft and the dilemma with that. All right, so we're going to start with the oldest one I own first, which is the original Scribe. I did not buy the edition of the Scribe, which is Kindle Scribe with redesigned display. I'll be looking at their website so that this way I don't misspeak on anything. But yeah, I kept this because I am looking forward to that coming out in color, and I do anticipate them doing that, speaking of Amazon, if they can figure out the Colorsoft dilemma. So I am deliberately waiting on that. Now, with the Scribe, you can write on notebooks, and they've done an update recently that also took effect in the original Scribe, and that is that you can write within the body of a book, and you can do it whether you paid for the book through Amazon or you purchased it through another site. And there's a few other things that happen with the update. So the device really hasn't needed to be upgraded for me yet. It's just too new for me to hop on the bandwagon of a whole new one. And so I kept that one. That's the first Kindle I have. To get the Colorsoft, I returned my Paperwhite, exchanged it, if you want to put it that way, and got, I want to say it was a $40 credit, maybe 60, but I want to say $40 credit. And I used that credit towards the purchase of the Colorsoft. So that'll bring me to the Colorsoft. And right now this is the stickers and everything I have on it and the pop socket. This will be my second Colorsoft. I have a third one that technically should be here today. I haven't looked to see if it'll actually make it. It snowed here in Texas, so I'm not really sure that it's actually going to make it, but that's okay if it doesn't. I'd rather drivers be safe. So no harm if it's not here. There is a big thing that has happened with Kindle, and we'll dive into that a little bit in just a moment. But that brings me to the third Kindle I own right now. So I don't really technically need the Colorsoft, except for the fact the color page or the colored covers have been a wish and a dream of mine for years. I don't see well even on the Kindle at night. So my font's super huge. My family teases me. It's hilarious. Or sometimes it's not. But that brings me to this one. The cute little matcha. I did go ahead and buy this because, as you see in comparison, this is the Colorsoft, this is the Scribe. They are not horribly different in sizes. I mean, they are different, obviously, but they're not horribly different. Okay, I'm back. I had to let my cat in. She was upset that I shut the door to record. She walked out when I took a break and didn't come back in with me. That's her fault, but I had to let her in because she was knocking and she was going to be very loud soon. I know better than to try to record without leaving the door cracked for her. Anyone else that records with pets knows this, and I should have known better. Yeah, the Colorsoft and the Scribe, I mean, they're a sizable difference. The Scribe is a 10-inch and the Colorsoft is a 7-inch. So it goes to tell you right there that, you know, there's roughly a 3-inch difference, and it does make a difference, but they're sizable Kindles. So I wanted something that's just sweet in the palm of my hand. And here's an example of my font. That was coincidental that I accidentally opened up to the book that I'm reading, which is Lightbringer. I actually had to pay the $20 more to get the ads off the screen so I could use the covers up front. I was a little upset about that, but whatever. This one is actually fun to carry. It's just, it weighs like nothing. I don't know if the weights, I've got all the stats in front of me on Amazon, and quickly they don't have the weight necessarily. But this is the matcha, let me see. The matcha is 6-inch. It's only an inch difference actually, but it feels so much smaller. So that's why I went with this one. And I went ahead and matched the case by Amazon. I don't normally do that. I normally aftermarket my cases, but that one was just so adorable. I had to keep with the theme. Obviously I like the color, so, you know, sticking to it. Now, with the debacle of the Colorsoft, let me explain my journey. Mine and my husband's journey with the Colorsoft has been a troubling one. And I'll see if this will show up on camera. I haven't tested this to see if it will actually display. I'll be honest with you, this second one is not as bad as my first one. So I am still on the fence if I'm gonna trade this in. But I mean, like for on the camera, I don't think you can really see, but there is clearly roughly a 1/2 inch bar. The first Kindle Colorsoft I had, it went a lot thicker, a lot darker, and it was going up the pages, similar to an antiqued page or an antique book that you might get from a used bookstore. The coloring is also, let me see if I can show you. The coloring is actually quite different too, and I've got the settings the same so that you can see. They haven't done an update, and some associates say that they will do an update and that will fix the problem. However, we have also heard from Kindle that this is a glue problem. Well, a glue problem in my mind should not be able to be fixed with a software update. Therefore, I have a third one coming. So 2 replacements now, original and then 2 replacements. I have one coming this week, and if it has the bar still, I haven't decided. I may keep it just for simplicity and then just go ahead and get the paper white signature edition, but I'm honestly not sure at this point. So we bought my husband and I both bought one right before Christmas time for Christmas, and that was to be one of our Christmas gifts. And I'd say the first day we didn't really notice, and then the next day we really noticed the yellow bar. Could have been that we were just excited the first day. I'm not going to say it just popped up and all of a sudden was yellow, but it was highly noticeable. We both got exchanges, very simple and easy. The downside was that I bought both of them on my account, and that has created its own drama with making this return for him specifically through Amazon. He is actually returning his third one this week once the snow clears up and UPS can pick it up. And he is going with the paper white signature edition. I'm gonna give him a fair shot and wait and see what happens with my second replacement, and we're gonna go from there. The last associate said that the update should fix the problem. However, they were not staffed by the Kindle care area of Amazon, and that's actually a problem because you're getting a lot of misinformation from just customer services staff that handles returns and exchanges. In fact, I have had such a huge issue with returning this second one. It took me 3 or 4 customer service reps to finally get a third or a second exchange, and so a third Kindle Colorsoft. And that third one was no problem. They were very nice, that third or fourth person, and it took over a week worth of getting to that person. But the first 2 or 3 people were just, no, you can return it, no exchanges. And I guess I could have done that and then just taken the refund and put it on another Colorsoft and tried it again. In some ways, I wish I had thought of that when I was talking to that associate, because it might have made this next exchange, especially if I have to return the second replacement, make the process a little more smooth, because now I have so many UPS numbers to go to each one. I've got one for this one, and then I will have to issue another one for the second replacement. And so it's created a paper trail of a nightmare. And so my suggestion is, if someone says, no, but you can return it, go ahead and return it. And then when you get the refund, then go purchase it again. The downside is you'll probably be buying the next one at a full price rate, where if you've gotten your original one with the credit of your previous paper white or another exchanged item, you had a difference there and you won't with this. But that's okay. Let's hope that your replacement comes in fine. I have seen people on YouTube talking about the fact that they've had absolutely no problem with their Colorsoft and that are confused a little bit about what the issue is. We have also been told multiple things, so we too are confused on how to proceed. Why would I go with the signature edition over the standard paper white? Truthfully, it is the size and it's supposed to be a little more powerful. However, it is a little bit of a price increase. So you're looking at the standard paper white 7-inch versus the Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition 7-inch. Both are glare free. Resolution is 300 ppi. Where the difference is supposed to be the processing, the refresh rate, but also the storage, 16 gig versus 32 gig. So the $40 difference is the size. You're getting double the sizing. The new scribes go from 16 gigabyte, 32 gigabyte, and 64 gigabyte. I honestly don't know which one I bought when I bought my original. It did come in the 3 sizes. I don't even think I realized that. I just bought one because I wanted it. Battery life on the standard Paperwhite is 12 weeks. On the Signature, 12 weeks. They both have a water rating that the Signature and the Matcha do not have. So no bath time for those, which is another reason why I do like the Colorsoft and the Paperwhites and the Paperwhite Signature, because they do have a water rating. And I read a lot in the bathtub. I take almost 300 baths a year. And I'm not joking about that at all. And I like to read in the bathtub. It's very relaxing to me. The Matcha was around 110 and it does not have a water rating. Again, neither does the Scribe. So if you read in the bathtub or in the poolside, I wouldn't suggest those two for your main Kindle, especially not for one near the water. So in other words, if I have to return this second replacement, so therefore my third Colorsoft, I will be going with the Kindle Colorsoft, the Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition because of the water rating and also the storage size. The storage size on the Matcha is only 16 gig and it's a very obvious problem. The other day I reached my max storage because I go through, I want to see all my covers. So I had downloaded every single book and it reached its capacity because of that. My cat just flew through the door that I have slightly cracked for her now, and it wasn't enough room apparently, so she hit the door. So I'm sorry about that. It's a sad day because I really had prayed for years, I'm not even joking, that Kindle would come out with color book covers. I didn't necessarily need to see the highlights in color, even though that is nice because now I can actually color code, which I'm not really great at color coding my highlights. I wish I was. I kind of highlight whatever color is in front of me at that moment. I'm trying to get a little bit better about it because sometimes if I want to give a book review and then use a specific quote for a specific reason, I can color code it as this is one I want to bring up in a video and color code it, let's say blue, and then everything else in yellow, and something that's a person that I want to remember, color code them in pink. So that is where the Colorsoft is beautiful, and it makes it tempting, very tempting, not to exchange the third Colorsoft or the second replacement, because there are features about it that I still love despite its dilemmas and its problems that they obviously need to fix. I would appreciate if the customer service across the board had more conversation and information in front of them. So this way, when you get the first tier of customer service, that they understood across the board of staff that this was a known issue. But once you got to the right people, the exchanges have been very simple. Where this one has a little bit of a warmer hue over it. I say that, but it looks very blue on screen. So right now, if you just look at it through the camera lens, I sound like an idiot, like if there's no yellow there, there's no color degrading or anything, but there really is, I promise. You can't really see it in the home screen either. And that's just this, the colors are so, this is what we dreamed of as readers, especially Kindle users. And you know, 32 gig, both are water rated, just one is not in color. Both have high refresh rates. Let me know in the comments below which one you would do, because I am on the fence. My husband pulled the plug. He made the decision. He's returning both of his and going ahead with the Signature. But I am still on the fence. Let me know. And I appreciate you being here today with me. I hope you like this video. I typically do not do a tech review. I do book reviews typically. So if you like that kind of content, please hit subscribe, like this video. Let me know that you enjoy this kind of content. And I will see you next week.